The 90s were an absolute golden era of vintage television animation. Batman, the animated series, changed everything we thought was possible within the medium. By taking both the artwork and the thematic storytelling seriously, they were able to create a property that was accessible to both children and adults all over the world. There was no more popular animated vigilante than that of Batman. But like anything else that achieved success, there became copycats, spin offs, and other satirical interpretations, and Disney was not exempt from the trend. That leads us to our second property today, that of Darkwing Duck, a beloved character remembered fondly by all. The iconic designs and humorous anecdotes of this series still stand the test of time. And what would our hero be without a villainous counterpart? That of Quackerjack, a hilarious interpretation of the Joker if there ever was one. So let's take a look and see what we can do with some of those designs today. I wanted to keep messy line work for this one, partly to keep the energy up and partly to emphasize the posing and gesture I found within these characters. They have really, really, really bold shapes, and I wanted to take advantage of that with some bold and otherwise crazy line work. I really enjoy taking things that I remember and seeing what I can do with them now that I've started to develop my character design skills on a little bit deeper level. I'm trying new things. I'm shading and rendering in new ways. I'm not scared to make mistakes. I'm just diving in and going for the illustration and seeing what I can come up with. Up next is going to be the color selection in this piece. You can see some of my choices there on the right. I wanted to keep those shadowy, murky, undertone ridden color decisions, but I wanted to emphasize those and contrast them with some extreme rim lighting. First, I went with teal and purple, but this isn't exactly where I wanted to land. Next is blue and green, but I didn't think that was quite right either. Ultimately, I landed on a red and blue decision. Messy shading, energetic line work, a fun nighttime landscape. This is definitely what I was shooting for. A little bit blown out with the bloom feature, but still very fun. Up next, Quackerjack, something that I'd never drawn before. I remember Darkwing Duck as a kid, and he's got quite the vast gallery of villainous rogues, but Quackerjack immediately spoke to me. I knew I had to do it. The traditional gesture costume being put into duck form just works really well. It's very Disney, but I do feel like I've updated it with some different proportions, different textures, and just different design elements in generals. Shorter sleeves. The hat kind of remains the same, a little bit longer. Different textures on the fabrics, I think, really create that nice, chaotic line work that I was looking for to match the Darkwing Duck energy. Again, I wanted to go muted but bold and murky for the flat color choices, accent that with some messy purple shading underneath, purple and blue, and then finalize everything with some red and blue rim lighting to really sell the landscape and environment and the character all coming together into one cohesive illustration. Putting that rim lighting on the end was a new idea for me, but I really, really enjoyed it. Some blooms, some filters, and we've got a finished Quackerjack. Here are our two illustrations put together. I hope to see you in the next one.